Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely beautiful Volvo V40, and as always I'm gonna do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're gonna jump inside. I'm gonna show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. Now, like I said, this is a Volvo V40 SE Lux Nav D2 finished in grey. It has a 1.6 litre diesel engine and it puts out 114 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 1st of March 2013 and it's got a valid MOT until the 4th of April 2026. The annual road tax is only £20, which is absolutely fantastic. The insurance is very, very low on this. It sits in the insurance group 18E, which is very low. And in terms of CO2 output, it puts out 94 grams per kilometer. In terms of fuel economy, this is where this car absolutely shines. So the official manufacturer's figures are 70 miles per gallon around town, 83 miles per gallon on a motorway run, with a combined fuel economy of 78 miles per gallon. Honestly, this is probably one of the most fuel efficient cars I've probably ever had. It's got a top speed of 118 miles per hour, and it's got a 0 to 60 time of 11.9 seconds. So it's not the fastest thing out there, but then again, it's not really a sports car, is it? It's more of a family cruiser, and it's actually perfect for families and everything. So this is more of a fuel efficient motoring. It's not really a race car. In terms of service history, it's got a really good service history. It's only got one previous owner, so two owners in total. The car's just been serviced as well. It'll come with 3 months warranty as standard, and the cam belt was also done back in 2022. Let's have a quick look. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll pop the bonnet, and we'll have a quick look under the bonnet as well. And then am I being dumb? Yeah. Well, remember, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos. I've mentioned this in other videos as well, but for some reason I just forgot it. So, in terms of Volvo, to know where the actual latch is to open the bonnet, you just gotta follow that line. So you follow the line and the arrow that's pointing towards it, and it's gonna be here. See? Cool. Right. So, engine sounds absolutely beautiful. Like I said, car's just been serviced. You can see the oil is nice and clean, and coolant is exactly how it should be. So no mayonnaise or anything like that in terms of the coolant. There's no oil leaks or anything like that around the engine area. And then you also have here one of my favorite stickers I've ever seen. This is the cam belt, and it was done on the 31st of January 2022 at 84,417 miles, which is fantastic. Right, cool. Let's start off with the passenger side, and we'll work our way over towards the driver's side. First, the tires, plenty of tread on them, no issues with the tires. The alloys are in very good condition as well, with the exception of a few little scuffs here and there, but nothing major. In the interior, it's in fantastic condition for the age, and the mileage is absolutely fantastic. I mean, first of all, you got all nice soft touch. Look how nice and squidgy that is. You've got nice soft touch materials in pretty much all the places that you touch. Even at the top here, you've got like a really soft plastic. The seats, you do get full leather interior, and you've got this lovely black leather seats, and they do have a few little wear marks. They're not ripped or anything, but it's just normal. That's what happens with leather. And in here, you've got nice big glove box with your owner's manual in there as well, and as you can see, it's nice and big. Cool. Let's have a quick look over at the rear. Another thing I absolutely love about Volvos, listen how the door sounds when you close it. It's got that solid thump. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Just quality basically all around. In terms of the interior, you got plenty of room. If you look at the driver's seat, that's pushed all the way back, and that was just for me to be able to take better photos of the interior. But obviously you wouldn't be able to drive it like that, so you would have to move your seat forward. But there is plenty of space in the rear as well for passengers. Again, the nice materials do carry over to the back as well, which some cars don't. They give you like nice plush materials at the front, and then they kind of cheap out a little bit in the back. Not with Volvo. Again, this is nice and soft, so absolutely perfect. Again, the rear seats, like I was saying, are in fantastic condition. You do have these little cubbies on the sides here just for storage, and this is how it looks like. You do also have an armrest over in the middle here, and that's perfect if you have two rear passengers. But then you'd probably wonder where the cup holders are. And yes, it does actually have cup holders, and that's a really funky way. You just pull on that tab and just pulls out like that. So cool. I love that. And that just closes up like that. You have lumbar support for the driver, which is perfect. I mean, I personally wouldn't be able to drive a car without lumbar support these days anyway. And you do have ISOFIX points on the two outer seats. So this one and that one over there, you do also have ISOFIX points. Cool. Right. Rear alloys, again, look great with a few exceptions of the little scuffs here and there. Again, nothing major. Moving over to the rear of the car, there's no like major dents or scratches. I think there was one just here. And I did want to point this out just there. I think somebody touched it up. They've used the right color. I mean, it's matched perfectly, and you can't really tell unless you're like really carefully looking at it. If you take a couple steps back, it just blends in pretty much with the rest of the car. So, but again, I want to point these things out just so you don't have a surprise when you get here. Maybe you're going to travel 2-3 hours to come and have a look at the car, and then all of a sudden you see something that you probably should have been aware of. So yeah, this is why I do these videos. Cool. Let's have a quick look over at the boot. So to open the boot, you've got a button just underneath the L from the Volvo. You press on that and it just pops open. In here, you've got your parcel shelf. Now, that is not stained or anything. That's literally just wet from when they were washing like the seals and everything. Some water dripped on this, so that will dry out. So don't worry about that. And then underneath the parcel shelf, you've got loads and loads and loads of space, as you can see. Actually, let me just hang this parcel shelf up here. One thing I'll see if I can get a hold of is the other thing here, the other string to hold this in place as well. I'll see if I can find one, but hopefully I can. Yeah, it's just missing that piece of string. That's pretty much it. Underneath the false floor, you've got a tire inflating kit, so no spare tire on this one. Again, a bit disappointing that you don't get a spare tire, but fortunately this is how cars are going these days, towards no spare tires, just that stupid tire inflating kit, which personally I'm not a big fan of, but what can you do? Right, let's move over to this side. Again, there's with the exception of that bit that I've showed you on that side, there's no other like dents or scratches or anything on the car. It's in fantastic condition. Your fuel cap is over here, and then obviously it is diesel, like I said. Make sure you don't mix it up with the green pump. And then moving over to this side, just behind the driver, again, just so you can have like a idea of how the door cars look and how the seat actually looks as well. Like I said, no tears or rips or anything. It's in fantastic condition. Right, let's move over to the driver's side. Door opens nice and wide, so it makes it very easy to get in and out of. And then over at the driver's side, you obviously have controls for all 4 windows. This is for your electric mirrors, and this is to lock and unlock the car. And the driver's seat, you can have a look here for yourself. It's in fantastic condition, considering again the age and the mileage of the car, which is absolutely fantastic the way this held. Over here you've got some controls for your lights. So you've got front fog lights, This is for your front lights, and obviously you've got auto as well, so you can leave it on auto and then the car will turn the lights on and off as and when it needs to. And then down here you've got a little cubby, nothing major, but you do have a little cubby there as well. You do also have knee airbags on this one, which is fantastic. I mean, obviously Volvos are absolute pioneers when it comes to safety. They've invented so many things in terms of like safety features for cars, and the greatest invention that they've got is this. So yes, the 3-point seat belt, which we all know and love, was invented by Volvo. And when they've created it, when they've invented it, they actually left it as an open source patent, which basically means that every manufacturer could use it. So they're not getting any royalties or anything for this. And obviously we see this in every single car these days, which is fantastic. And again, to touch up on Volvo's safety and reliability, if you think about the Volvo XC90, right? So this is the Volvo XC90 is like the biggest car that they've got, the flagship of the range, absolutely phenomenal car. To this day, Volvo still holds the record with the XC90 of being the only car that has never had any fatalities when it was involved in an accident. So obviously they've made thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions probably of XC90s. Nobody has ever died in a XC90, which is fantastic. I love, and Volvo is probably one of my favorite brands. They've got fantastic cars, absolutely phenomenal cars. Actually, let me see if this car has that, because this is another pioneer thing that Volvo did. I'm pretty sure this car has it as well, but let me just double check. That's again one of their inventions, or should I say innovations. Yes, here we go. So you see that latch at the back there. So obviously it's got these two here and here, and it's got two latches there and there. But you wouldn't expect to see one in the rear. And the reason for that is because this car also has pedestrian protection airbag. So in that little space there, there's also an airbag which, if you hit a pedestrian, the car will automatically sense it. It will automatically lift the bonnet up from here. Just put this down. So it will lift the bonnet up from here like this, and you will get the airbag coming out and over the bonnet here to cover the bonnet, which is absolutely fantastic, because obviously it's giving your pedestrian a bigger chance of survival if you hit them. Obviously, don't run them with 130 miles an hour, but but anyway, you shouldn't even do that kind of speeds anyway. But just the fact that the airbag just inflates from here, goes up and covers the bonnet, and like I said, the bonnet also raises just so the pedestrian has a softer spot to land on, which again, it's an absolutely fantastic feature from Volvo. If you didn't know this, there you go, there's something new you learn every day. Anyway, let's just get into the car. Right, let's close the door. Now, before I go on and talk about the steering wheel, I just want to point out that the Volvo seats are one of the most comfortable. You know, I'm not even going to say one of them. They're, in my opinion, right? This is my personal opinion. They're the second best seats I've ever sat in. And number one, if you're wondering, goes to Lexus. Nobody can touch Lexus when it comes to like how comfortable the seats are. But a very close second would be Volvo. No shadow of a doubt. They are extremely comfortable seats. I absolutely love how well they're made and how durable they are and how they feel when you sit inside a Volvo. It feels like the seat just swallows you up. It just perfect, absolutely perfect. Right, let's get the key out. So key, got a slot in there. Pop the key in, put your foot on the clutch, and then just press the start button. Then you got all the lights coming on as they should, and then all the lights go off as they should. Now, let's just turn the volume down because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. So let's start with the steering wheel. First of all, nice and chunky, like really chunky steering wheel, and it is leather wrapped as well, which is great because it gives you more durability on it. It will stand the test of time, unlike the plastic and rubber ones that you get in some cars. These will last pretty much for the whole lifetime of the car. You do have cruise control over on the left side here, and also speed limiter. So you've got cruise control and speed limiter. It's very simple to operate. Just press that button to turn the cruise control on, press plus to activate it, and then press plus to increase the speed, minus to decrease the speed, 0 to cancel it, and then this little arrow to resume. Simple as that. And then over on this side, you've got your voice assistant, your volume up and down, that's to exit, and then over here you've got to change tracks or change radio stations. Behind that, you've got this lever here, which is your indicator lever, plus you also have a little scroll wheel there, and that will navigate through different options when it comes to like what you see on the screen. So right now, for example, the car has enough fuel for 100 miles. Then you've got your speedometer right there, and then the temperature. You can press this to go back, or press OK to navigate through different options. Service stats. I need to reset that because the car's just been serviced, like I said. But yeah, well, you can play with that. There's quite a few sub menus on there. And then over here you also have your wipers as well. Now, in terms of the actual display, I absolutely love the shape and the way they've made the dashboard. I think it's really cool. It's very futuristic, and it's very easy to understand. So fuel is over to the left over there, and then over here you've got your eco indicator. Your speedometer is big in the middle, rev counter over to the right, and then at the very end there you've got your gear shift. So you see what that little line is. So you accelerate, and then when that line goes to the plus sign, then you have to go up a gear. If it goes to the minus, then you have to go down a gear, basically. So let's say if you're in fifth and you're driving 70 miles an hour, that line will go up to plus, basically to tell you to move it on to change to sixth, so you can get more fuel, so you can get it as fuel efficient as possible. Yeah, that's pretty much in terms of the dashboard. One other thing I want to point out, and you probably already know this, but you see where that little fuel pump is there. You see it's got a little arrow pointing to the right. So that's how you can tell in pretty much any modern car. This is how you can tell on which side your fuel gauge is. So you look at that arrow and you know that it's going to be on your right side. So obviously on the driver's side. Sometimes they have the arrow over to the left, so obviously it's on the left side. So yeah, but yeah, if you're in a new car and you don't know, you're pulling over at a petrol station and you don't know which side it is, just take a quick glance at that fuel pump there, and it will have that little arrow and it will show you which side it is. Cool. Right, let's move over here. So you've got your start button at the top there, that's your key slot, and then in there you've got your main screen for your infotainment, which you control through this panel here. This is your volume, which works absolutely fine. You also have sat nav, so you press on that and you press OK, and it takes a couple of seconds, and there you go, it loads up your sat nav. Plus you've got radio, media, my car, telephone, navigation. These are for all your preset buttons, and your climate control is over here as well. So this is to change the fan speed, as you can see there, and then this is to select where you want the air to come out from. AC, front window defrost, rear window defrost, recirculate, and this is for your temperature. Now, one thing I want to show you is you do have a dual zone climate control. So right now it's changing just the left side, and if you press that, see you've got L and R, so obviously you've got left and right. You press that again and now it changes both. You press that again, and now it changes just the right one. So you can actually adjust, you can have two separate temperatures in the car. Or you can change both at the same time. Simple as that. You got two air vents over here, hazard lights over there, and then this I've already showed you. And under, just down the bottom there, you've got your stop, which basically just stops your car whenever you're at a traffic light. 6-speed manual gearbox, goes through all the gears absolutely flawlessly. There's no issues at all. It's very simple. And then to get in reverse, press this down, left and back, just like that, and that'll put you into reverse. You can see the R in the dashboard there. Cool. Good old manual handbrake. Love manual handbrakes. They're a lot more reliable than their electronic counterparts. Over here, I love how this just covers up like this, and you do have two cup holders plus your 12-volt socket here, and you also have a nice big armrest, which again is nice and squishy, and this also extends like that just to give you more support. Plus you've got a button there which you can press, and that opens up the center console, and then you've got your USB port in there and another 12-volt socket in there as well. The mirror, I love the fact that it's frameless, so you don't have that black bezel around it. It's nice and shiny, it's nice and futuristic. And then over here you've got your interior lights, which obviously work absolutely fine. Sun visor with a vanity mirror and the two lights on each side. And that is pretty much it. You also have one of these Jesus handles over here. I probably would have preferred a sunglass holder because I'm pretty much always wearing sunglasses, but I would have probably preferred a sunglass holder. That is probably one of my favorite features in a car, having sunglass holders, but it's not really the end of the world, is it? Anyway, I think that is pretty much it. There's not much else I can tell you. Like I said, the car has been very well looked after. The service history has been done. It's got a decent service history. The service has just been done on it. The cam belt was done at 80-something thousand, I can't remember, 80-something thousand miles back in 2022. So yeah, there's nothing that you need to like spend money on or anything. Everything has been done. So yeah, cool. Let's go and park this baby up. See where I'm gonna park it. I think I'm gonna reverse it in. I've got a parking space there, but it's going to get absolutely flooded with leaves because there is a tree right next to it, and it's that time of the year. Good old Santa is on its way. Well, not on its way. Still got a couple of months left, but still, it's nearly the end of October. It's the 21st of October today, so yeah, nearly there. And then I can't wait from the beginning of November, because that's pretty much how retail shops work. I can't wait to listen to Mariah Carey how much she wants me for Christmas this year, and that I'm old as she wants. Anyway, right, here we go. We are now slowly but surely parked. There we go. Bit of a shame it doesn't have parking sensors, but then again, it's not really a massive car, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But yeah, it's this tree here, which pretty much like lost all its leaves, but there's that one there as well, and yeah, it's not ideal. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, queries, burning issues, anything like that, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you're interested to come over and have a look at the car, by all means, get in touch and I'm more than happy to book an appointment for you as long as the car is still available. You can find me on 01684 355 032, or you can email me at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can just go to the website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk. And with that being said, thank you very much, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.